This is North Myrtle Beach Chiefs basketball on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Darlington High School in Darlington, South Carolina, as the number 11 North Myrtle Beach Chiefs get ready to take on the Darlington Falcons. I am Brandon Biskobing. I'll be bringing you all the action, and as per usual, my color guy, Tyler Kerp. And Tyler, we saw a thriller. Unfortunately, the Chiefs were not able to win the girls' game, but the boys can rebound tonight with a victory here against Darlington, who's a 13-5 team. They are 1-2 in region play, and this Chiefs team is coming off of a huge double overtime win against Hartsville on Friday, solidified by a buzzer beater Kaimani Knox lay-in. Great finish to the ball game and great way to continue their region play, get off the schneid, get their second win in region play. So what do you expect going into this one?
Well, after the Myrtle Beach loss, which seems like ages ago at this point, the Chiefs have rattled off two very nice wins, have a little bit of a win streak going, but they could extend it to three with another road victory, and this one's going to be tough against Darlington, as they were the Region 6 champions last year.
Yeah, not to try to look ahead much at all, but Marlborough County is currently 3-0 in region play. They're playing Myrtle Beach tonight. So if Marlborough County is able to if Marlborough County loses to Myrtle Beach tonight and North Myrtle is able to win tonight against Darlington, that game on Friday will have added significance as it will basically be for the lead in the region.
Well, it's always good to be ahead rather than to be behind. I mean, Coach Walker has done a remarkable job thus far with this team, getting them off the sort of out of the, I don't know how to put it, out of the bottom, of the gutter, off since
the schneid.
There we go. I like that. 2 straight wins, as I said, at Wilson and versus Hartsville, but tonight is going to be a chance where which North Myrtle Beach Chief team are we going to see?
Exactly.
It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very tough to come so far away from home and, come out of here with a win. They did it against Wilson. Can they do it against Darlington?
Yeah, a little bit further out this time around, about an hour and 45-minute drive from North Myrtle Beach here to Darlington. We'll go to the interview with Coach Walker real quick, and then we'll be right back with starting lineups and tip-off here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. We're here with Coach Walker ahead of the boys' game against Darlington. And, Coach, after a very crazy game this past Friday against Hartsville, double overtime, buzzer beater victory, how do you bring your team back down to earth and get them ready for this game?
I just think we talked about turning the page and, focus on what's most important, and that's kind of living in the moment and taking day by day. So we enjoyed Friday night's win. I mean, Hartsville is a good team. You look at their 3 region losses, they're by 2 buzzer beaters and by 4 to the number 1 to a 3-0 team. So they're legit. They just ran into some tough luck. But we turned the page, and we tried to get ready on Monday for Darlington, and then, obviously today is the most important game of our season because, it's the one that's now.
Exactly. So you're focused on Darlington. This team has been struggling this season, under 500, Is that something you have to try to avoid complacency?
No, I mean this team in region they're 1-2. They played Myrtle Beach in the overtime, and then they ran into Marble County, who obviously is really, really good. And like I said, they beat Hartsville on a buzzer beater. Overall, I think they got 13 wins, so they're actually one of the tougher teams in the state. They're pretty good. They're young, but they're very talented. They play extremely hard. They're going to put a lot of pressure on you. So very, very similar defensively to kind of what Hartsville did to us on Friday.
Let's talk about the youth of this Darlington team. One player that stuck out to me was freshman Orlando Hudson. He leads Darlington with 12.9 points per game and 4 assists per game. However, against Marlboro County, he shot 0 of 9 from the field and 0 of 5 from 3. So he's had some games where he's on it, and then there's some where it just isn't his night. What's it going to take to make sure he has, one of those nights where he's cold shooting?
I mean, I think we just kind of have a consistent effort against him. He can really shoot the basketball. He's pretty good at taking it to the rim, and he kind of excels in transition. So we're going to try to keep fresh bodies on him. We're going to try to keep running different types of defenders at him and kind of just disrupt his offensive game. I know he likes to come off those ball screens, so we're going to try to hedge hard on those ball screens and mess up his rhythm. They've also got a couple other guys who are close to double digits too. So they're not just a one guy team. They're a pretty good, solid all around basketball team.
This has been a team that has been very live and die by the three, with 3 players shooting over 60 3-pointers this season.
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle that sort of offense? Do you want to focus on playing them pressure on the 3-point line, or allow them to try to get some threes?
We've talked about it. We've talked about how, and they're very streaky too, but, they can miss 5 in a row, and then they can turn around and hit 7, 8 in a row, and about 4 different guys can do it. So we've talked about, who our closeout's going to be, and we really preach about who the personnel is for that team and how you have to close out on them and where they're comfortable on the floor. And those guys have done a pretty good job listening this year. I think we're giving up, right around 22. Teams are shooting right around 22% from the 3-point line against us this year, which is pretty good. But no, we're going to have to have our best game defending the 3 this year, because that is kind of they shoot it and rebound and go get it, and they've got a couple guys that are really good rebounders as well.
Let's talk about an injury status on Travis Collins. There was a collision during the Hartsville game where he was seen limping and unable to put a lot of.
We'll finish the interview in just a sec as we get starting lineups here.
Number 5, 6'2", junior forward, Kamani Fox. Number 12, 6'3", junior forward, Cameron Henley. Number 15, 6' senior guard, Chad Beasley. And number 32, 6'1" senior forward, Cameron Korgos. The Chiefs are coached by Ryan Walker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your 2020 Falcons, playing guard, coming in at 5'9", wearing the number 1 jersey, freshman, Deuce Hudson. A sophomore, wearing the number 15 jersey, playing forward at 5'11", Wally Lewis. Wearing the number 10 jersey, junior forward at 6'4", Dave Bowen. Junior guard, wearing the number 23 jersey at 6 foot, Trey Scott. And wearing the 22 jersey, senior forward, coming in at 6'2", Jamarius Williams. The
There are the starting lineups, and we'll go to the final question on our interview with Coach Walker, and then we'll be right back with opening tip-off.
Pressure on that foot, and after the game, I saw him walking around in a boot. Will we be ready to go tonight?
Travis is still working his way back. He's okay. I don't know if we'll see how the game goes tonight, and we're trying to work Travis back into things. So he's a senior and wants to play, and we'll figure it out.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Yeah, no problem.
And we are just about ready to tip off. Tip-off is there, and a sloppy tip-off, so we'll do it once again here.
That's 2 games in a row.
Yes, it is. As the tip-off goes out of bounds this time.
So Darlington will inbound to start the game. 7:57, only 3 seconds came off in their own zone. They're going to inbound.
Darlington with the ball, and another whistle is blown. We've had 3 whistles in a matter of about
3 seconds.
2 seconds? 3
Yep.
seconds, yeah.
One thing I find very interesting, you heard that question. Travis Collins will not be making the start. Instead, Cam Hanley, number 12, will be getting the start tonight.
As Hudson with the ball, bringing it far side, stops and pop 3, drains it. Straight away 3 by Orlando Hudson puts Darlington on the board to start the ball game. Henley with the ball is able to get out of a bit of a full court press. Now Marlowe drives, passes inside. Henley puts it up and in. Nice job by Henley to put the Chiefs on the board. 3-2 ball game. Passes it far side wing. Now passes it back to the point. Now back over to Hudson. Hudson passes it inside. Puts it up and in does Traquan Scott.
Williams.
Oh, excuse me. That was
22.
Javorius Williams, number 22 instead of 23. Beasley pushing the ball up. He tries to get it inside, and he loses it. But it will remain Chiefs ball.
So
7:04 remaining in the first quarter.
Brandon, both teams came out like we're at the Darlington Speedway.
Yeah. Darlington Speedway just down the road. What Darlington is most well known for. Javi Marlowe with the ball, bringing it near side. Thought about taking a shot. Now passes it far side. Beasley driving. Gets inside, and they will call a foul. He will get the foul and 1. Nice shot by Beasley to get the bucket, and he goes to the line for the N1 to try to tie the ball game up. 5-4 game with 6:48 to go. The N1 no good, rebounded by Darlington. Darlington tried to drive it inside, now kicks it out. Hudson with the ball, stutter step, now passes it near side. Now over to Scott. Scott thought about taking a shot, now back over to Hudson. Hudson, a 3 by Lewis, far side wing. And that will extend their lead out to 4. 8-4 ball game. Bad pass. Nice save by Beasley, able to get it out. And North Myrtle Beach decides to slow it down. Knox was able to save it, get it out to Marlowe. Marlowe kicks it out to Beasley. Beasley passes inside to Henley. Henley gets it up and under. Tried to play it up the shot. Knox. And they will call a traveling violation on Kaimani Knox.
So the Chiefs, they're going to have to slow it down, but the question is, can they, or do they want to? Because Darlington is coming out firing thus far.
Yeah, North Myrtle Beach definitely has to get something going. 8-4 ball game. As Williams with the ball far side, now passes it far side wing over to Hudson. Hudson stutter steps, now thought about driving, now kicks it back out. Now back out to Scott. Scott near side corner, now back out to Williams. Williams back over to Hudson. Hudson at the point, now back over to Scott. Scott stutter step, now hands it off. Driving, Williams puts it up and in.
Darlington hasn't missed. They're 4 for 4 from the field, and Coach Walker, you think, is going to have to call a timeout at some
and
point.
Javorius Wilson has been able to get to the rim at ease, and a steal turnover going all the way down the straightaway and getting a foul is Hudson.
Well, there's Hudson, the young freshman, as we were talking about in the interview with Coach Walker. He had a rough game against Marlboro County, 0 of 9 from the field, but you know, he made a 3 right out of the gate. He's not going scoreless tonight. And
that's what he's known for, as the first free throw is up and good for Hudson. He is the leading scorer for the Falcons as a freshman with 12.2 points per game. He's also the leading assist man as the point guard. And at the free throw line, he's a 71% free throw shooter. That'll get extended out with both of those makes. And it's now a 12-4 ball game with 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Henley with the ball, now passes it near side wing, now kicks it out. Now kicks it out over to Gorgas, stolen by Darlington. Pushing it up, stutter step, thought about driving, now passes it inside to Ballens. Ballens thought about putting up a shot, now it's stolen by the Chiefs. Chiefs going coast to coast, no good. Rebounded by Darlington. Darlington now pushing up the pace. Now passes it in. Layup attempt, no good by Hudson. Now rebounded by the Chiefs. Chiefs pushing it up. Lay in, good.
There's Tyree Smith, first bench points of the night for the Chiefs.
Chiefs cut the deficit down to 6. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Hudson with the ball. Now passes it over far side. 3, no good, and it comes over towards us, out of bounds.
Well, that's their
Chiefs ball.
That's their first miss of the night. But Darlington has doubled up North Myrtle Beach thus far, 12-6, as you said, 4 minutes remaining.
And looks like the Falcons are going to play a full court press.
They're
Henley gets
it
out. Gets it over to Smith. Smith stutter step, drives, kick out. Henley with the 3, no good. Aaron shot, and a whistle is blown.
Smith went up for a layup attempt, and he's fouled.
He draws the foul, so he will go to the line to shoot 2. Trying to cut the deficit down to 4.
So Tyree Smith is playing pretty intense coming off the bench.
And playing a lot more minutes than he's used to with the injury, as the first shot is good. Now it's 12-7 with
the injury to Collins.
With the injury to Collins, Smith is going to have to play a lot more minutes, as the second free throw is no good off front iron. Scramble for the ball.
By the Chiefs.
Offensive rebound for the Chiefs. Chiefs lay-in attempt by Marlowe. No good. Rebounded by Darlington.
No, that's good.
No, that actually went in. Wow. That looked like it didn't go in, but it did go in, so it's a 12-9 ball game. 1 possession ball game for the Chiefs.
They're clawing back in.
Almost lost the ball, did Perkins. Hands it off. Now passes it over far side to Hudson. Hudson stutter steps. Up and under. I thought that might have been called
a travel.
Up and down,
I
but
was
no
thinking
good.
That.
And a rebound by Henley. Henley's able to get it out. And big as a whistle is called. Timeout is called by Coach Walker, as Tyree Smith was trying to get out of the trap, but just could not quite do it, and they were about to get an 8-second violation.
Well, Darlington, I got to give them a lot of credit for the trap in the corner on Tyree Smith. Luckily, Smith was able to get it into Henley, but a Darlington player came over and trapped him, and Henley had no choice but to call timeout.
Yeah, I mean, he was absolutely smothered there and just could not get the ball anywhere, had nowhere to pass it, and was forced to call the timeout. But a good wherewithal by him to be able to recognize that and call the timeout before accruing the 8-second violation.
And that's a timeout that was needed. Or not, that wasn't really needed badly, but you needed it to slow things down.
But at the same time, it was a way to slow the pace down as they get it out to Smith. Smith almost loses it, but Gorgas able to recover. Pass inside, no good. And that ball will go out of bounds. It will be Darlington ball.
That shot by Vincent hit the bottom of the backboard, and he was just laying it up.
Vincent in the game now. Hudson drives, kicks it out, thought about taking a shot, did Davis. Davis almost lost it. Now giving back out to Scott. Scott thought about it, stutter steps, now passes it out, now back over to Hudson. Hudson almost lost the ball. Now drives it far side, now passes it back out. Stutter step up and good. Great shot by Williams right there.
Or was that Hudson?
No, that was Williams right there. And that ball was tipped. And it's stolen by Darlington. Darlington pushing it up. Floater, no good by DuBois. And that ball will go out of bounds. That they will say it went off of a Chief, so it will remain Darlington ball.
Well, Kaimani Knox and Chad Beasley are coming in. Gorgas and Henley are going to take a rest. Coach Walker's going to need to use all of his players to keep up with the intensity of this one.
Absolutely, as DuBois inbounds. 3, no good off front iron, rebounded by the Chief. No, Darlington able to retain possession. Corner 3, no good. Out of bounds off of Perkins.
We're going the other way.
Go Chiefs ball.
Well, 2:07 remaining in this one. Chiefs have a 5-point deficit at 14-9. Darlington will press. So I was going to say, take your time, slow it down, but you got to get past this press or just throw it over.
And they just throw it completely over as the lay-in attempt is good.
And one.
And the foul. Great pass. Great full-court pass up to Kaimani Knox. And he's able to lay it in and get the foul.
It was Javi Myrtle.
Oh, excuse me. It looked like it was Kaimani Knox over there.
So Javi will go to the line for the 1-and-1, trying to make it a 2-point game.
He will shoot the end one and puts it up and drains it. 14-12 with just over 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Scott bringing the ball up. Passes it far side. Now out to Gary. Gary. Now over to Scott. Over to Hudson, who takes a long 2, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Chiefs slowing it down now. Marlowe, nice, over the back, behind the back. He drives in and he will draw a foul. They will draw an offensive foul. A nice charge by Perkins.
The thing I was wondering was Javi okay, and it looks like he is. I was afraid he was down.
Looks like he's fine.
So 1 minute, 36 seconds remaining here. The Chiefs cut the deficit down to 2 here at 12-14. Darlington's going to bring it across half court, looking to set something up.
Hudson to bring the ball up. Passes it over near side to Williams. Williams now over far side to Hudson. Hudson back over. Pat puts it inside, no good. And that ball is tipped. It will be out of bounds off of Darlington, so it will be Chiefs ball. Chiefs have the opportunity to tie the ball game up. 1:16 remaining in the first quarter. 14-12.
Here comes Elijah Vereen into the game, once again getting in before Malik Livingston does.
As Vincent passes it over to Beasley. Beasley gets over the timeline. He'll go coast to coast, puts it up, no good, but he will draw a foul and go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, I'm just waiting for the scoreboard. Yep, there we go. The scoreboard has updated. That's now 4 team fouls on Darlington early thus far. So the Chiefs doing a great job driving the ball inside.
Surprisingly, they actually did not call that in the act of shooting, even though Beasley was up in the air.
I'm surprised about that one.
So it will be an inbound off of the baseline. Vincent to...
Oh, that's Tyree Smith.
Tyree Smith to inbound.
Looking to tie this game up or even take a lead with the 3.
Smith to inbound. Passes it far side corner. Smith, Vincent, no good. A rebound attempt and a whistle is blown. It will go out of bounds off of North Myrtle Beach. So we're going the other way once more.
That's just an unlucky bounce.
Yeah, it came right back at Vincent. He just tried to put his hands up.
He just couldn't cradle it.
Yeah.
So now the Chiefs are now in full court pressure.
But Darlington able to get out of it as Hudson with the ball, far side wing. Spin move, drives, and he walked. Traveling violation on Orlando Hudson, so we're going the other way. Oh, no.
Wait, what?
They called a foul on that.
I swore he took 3 steps.
Huh.
Okay.
I guess the foul was before he took the 3rd step.
So 53.5 seconds remaining. Hudson will inbound for Darlington.
Far side corner drive. Lay-in attempt. Good. Full court press again by Darlington. And a whistle is blown. They will call a foul on Darlington, so it will remain Chief ball. 40.7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 16-12, Darlington in the lead. Still a full court press. Able to get it all the way and an errant pass. The full court heave goes awry, and it will be Darlington ball. Or no, excuse me, they will say it was tipped. So it will be Chiefs ball now at the front court.
And so, a Darlington player just came in and just took out the feet of Tyrese Smith. He may be a little shaken up. He's grabbing the side of his head, so Cam Henley's going to go in for him.
And that's not good with an already short-handed bench.
Like the side of his head is hurting him. He went down hard on it. He's cradling it in his arms right now. That's not good.
No. And they'll take a look at him to make sure he's okay. As Beasley drives, loses control of the ball. Stolen, coast to coast, lay in, no good. Offensive rebound, however, and the Chiefs are able to get it. Nice job by Knox getting the ball back. Vereen with the ball. Beasley now passes inside. Knox puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Darlington.
Beasley just went down.
Yeah, and now stop and pop two, no good. Rebounding by the Chiefs. Chiefs will try to slow it down now. Now they try to put up a heave at the buzzer, but no dice, and that'll end the first quarter as the score after one is 16-12. Darlington in the lead.
Well, the Chiefs got off to a slow start. Maybe they were a little startled by Darlington coming hot out of the gates, which we have seen a trend over the last couple games of the opponents coming out very hard against the Chiefs, trying to run them out of the building.
The biggest game when it came to that was against Myrtle Beach they just came out absolutely on fire and took an early lead. Luckily for the Chiefs this time around, they've able to slow the tempo down a little bit and get back into this ball game after it looked like Darlington was going to run away with this at first.
Well, they made their first 4 shots.
Yeah.
But, you know, 1 quarter down, you're down by 4. I mean, you're down, but it's still a manageable deficit.
Absolutely. It is most certainly manageable at this point.
It looks like Luke Rice has his jersey or his warm-up shirt off. He's in his jersey. Nope, he's going to take a seat on the bench. Okay, I thought he was coming in.
But with the limited bench, especially now with the uncertainty of Collins.
And now Tyrese Smith.
Yeah, I was going to say, with the uncertainty of Smith, after he went down hard, you gotta use your entire bench. As Beasley thought about driving, now kicks it out to Henley. Henley stutter stepped, and they're gonna call it they're gonna say he traveled. That pivot move, a lot of refs call it as a travel.
Well, he shuffled his feet a little bit, and the Darlington student section is letting him know, you can't do that.
Now Scott brings it up, brings it far side wing. Thought about passing it inside. Now kicks it out, and a layup attempt. Nice drive by Perkins, and he puts it in. Now 18-12 with 7.5 minutes remaining in the half.
And he gets the scoring started here in the second
quarter. A slight full court press, but Marlowe brings it over the timeline. Brings it far side, stutter step, takes a three, no good. Rebounded, looked like the Chiefs were going to get it, but they don't. Tumble there.
Henley's hurt.
And Henley is down on the court now, so more injury problems for the Chiefs.
He hit his head hard.
Again, another rough collision between players, and Henley will come off the court to take a breather, and they'll make sure that he's okay.
There's no seats for him. He went down hard.
So a inbound coming in the forecourt for the Falcons. They hand it off. Now bringing it near side is Scott. Far side is Scott. Now passes it over near side. Dubose drives, passes it inside, and Perkins lays it in.
Well, this lead is starting to swell a little bit for Darlington.
And it's just as Henley is able to put it up and in.
That was Beasley.
Or excuse me, Beasley. A long three off backboard, rims out by Scott from the far side wing. Rebound by the Chiefs. Vereen bringing it near side. Now passes it over to Marlowe. Marlowe passes it back over to Vereen. Vereen far side wing passes it to Beasley, who stops and pops. Three, no good. Rebounded by Darlington.
6:15 remaining in this one, in the first half, I should
Scott
say.
bringing the ball up over the timeline. Passes it far side wing. Now back over to Williams. Now back over to Scott. Scott back over to Williams, who takes a long two. No good. Deflected out. Scramble for the ball. Vereen's able to get it. He'll go coast to coast. He'll go all the way down the lane, but he gets it rejected. Offensive rebound put up and in. Nice job by Kaimani Knox to get there.
Oh, that was Javi.
Or excuse me, Javi Marlowe to get there after the miss, and good transition defense by Darlington. The miss by Vereen, and he puts it back up and in. 2016 as a whistle is blown. Layup and one by number 15, Kwalik Lewis.
Wow. So, and Coach Walker was not happy about that call at all.
He's not happy with that call as the whistle is blown. And substitutions will come in. 22-16, 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Malik Livingston checks in for the first time tonight.
And Darlington tries to extend their lead out to 7. Free throw up, good. 23-16. And a timeout is called by the Chiefs.
And Coach Walker has to think of something quick and fast, because Darlington is starting to heat up once again, as they were early on here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Darlington currently on a 7-4 run in the second quarter.
And Coach Walker said a few words to the ref about the he was questioning about that foul on the made bucket by Kwalik Lewis. So it's a 7-point deficit here. I mean, you're down, and I said this whenever they were down by 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. It looks like Hudson's going to go to the foul line.
I guess they called a technical on Coach Walker. And the way he's acting, it certainly looks as though that is the case. So both North Myrtle Beach coaches get called for a tee today.
I was just going to say, is there that's the first time I've seen it. The girls coach and the boys coach both get called for technicals. So Hudson will be at the line.
And the first free throw is up and good.
He's now 3 for 3 on the night, and he has 6 total.
That'll extend the lead out to 8. Second one up, good. And they'll get the ball back now.
Oh, geez. So it's a 9-point lead now.
And now instead of the Chiefs after those free throws, instead of the Chiefs getting the ball back and potentially being able to cut the deficit a bit, now the Falcons can extend the lead out to double digits.
Well, they need a huge stop here.
Hudson with the ball, driving far side. He'll drive. Thought about putting it up, kicks it out. Long two, drains it. And that'll extend the lead out to 11, 27-16 as the whistle is blown. And I think did they call an offensive foul or traveling?
Well, it's another turnover,
yeah.
So Tyree Smith is going to come back in. Looks like he's okay. Kaimani Knox is going to take a seat. They're down by 11 with 5:10 remaining, 27-16.
Hudson passes it far side. Now out far side corner. Stutter step. Now passes it out to Scott. Scott Passes it over near side. Stutter step by Hudson. Hudson thought about it. Now he gets an open three. Puts it up. No good off front iron. Rebounded by Gorgas. Livingston now pushing it up. Now passes it off to Beasley. Beasley inside to Henley. Henley hands it off. Now passes it out. Gorgas puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Darlington. Darlington pushing it up. And a scramble for the ball. Stolen by North Myrtle Beach. Livingston puts it up and in and one. Malik Livingston to go to the line for the end one. And that'll cut the deficit down to 9, 27-18.
What's very interesting is that there was a Darlington player that had his legs taken out from under him, and he hit his head. He's not injured. He's fine, but he's...
A lot of head banging on the court tonight as the end one goes up and in.
For Livingston. Good job by him to convert.
As a long outlet pass, spin move. Shot attempt by Lewis, no good. Rebounded by North Myrtle Beach, but stolen by the Falcons. And the pass out to Traquan Smith, who takes the three from the wing, is good. Another steal by the Falcons. Scott, tried to put up another three, no good. Offensive rebound, however, and a foul is called. And that will send Daniel Perkins to the line to shoot two.
And with that foul, that's now 6 for each side. So a lot of fouls being called, getting a little chippy here, and down by 11, now 12.
First shot by Perkins, up and good.
So the Chiefs are having a bit of trouble keeping up with Darlington's athleticism early on here.
And we've talked about it. The Chiefs normally are the ones that have to focus on their athleticism as the second free throw is up and good. And again, full court press, trying to get it out. Livingston gets it over the timeline, hands it off. Marlowe puts it up, no good, but he will draw a foul and go to the line to shoot two.
Well, the Chiefs currently are 3 of 5 from the foul line, so pretty good, except Darlington is 7 of 7.
First free throw up, no good, offside iron. 4 minutes remaining in the half, 32-19 ball game.
Looks like North Myrtle Beach is now in the bonus for the 4 minutes remaining in this half.
This game so far has been a story of just Darlington, their excessive pressure, just dominating right now as that free throw is up and good. 32-20 now. 12-point game. Beasley putting some strong defense on.
In a travel.
And they call a traveling violation on Polk. Nice defense by Beasley right there to force the turnover.
Well, maybe this will turn it around for the Chiefs.
Livingston tries to pass it, gets it tipped, but the Chiefs are able to get it back. Gorgas draws a foul, and he will go to the line to shoot two.
Now it comes key for North Myrtle Beach. You have the bonus for, well, they have had it since the 3:59 mark. It's crucial to make these foul shots. If you want to get back in this game, you have to do the basics, and it's going to have to start here with Cameron Gorgas.
Absolutely. As the first free throw up, good.
Now it's an 11-point game here, 3:41 remaining here in the first half.
Second free throw for Gorgas is no good.
Rebound by Smith.
Offensive rebound, however, Gorgas able to get it back, passes it out, now back out to Livingston. Livingston passes it near side wing over to Marlowe. Marlowe brings it over to the point, now back over to Livingston. Livingston now back over to Beasley, who thought about taking a three, now brings it back out. Now back over to Livingston. Livingston near side wing, drives far side, kicks it out to Beasley. Three, no good. Offensive rebound by Marlowe. He puts it up, no good. Another offensive rebound by Smith. but a whistle will be called, and it will be going Darlington ball. A nice possession by the Chiefs, keeping the ball alive, keeping the possession alive, but no dice on the basket as Hudson thought about driving, now kicks it out near side corner, now kicks it back out to Scott at the near side wing. Brings it near side, now passes it out to the point. Now far side wing. Now back over near side wing to Scott, to Hudson, who drives. Thought about putting the shot up, but kicks it out, and Scott is able to drive down the baseline and put up the lay-in. And that'll extend the lead out to 13. Marlowe passes it inside to a wide open Gorgos, who lays it in. Gorgos was wide open under the basket. A long three, no good by Scott. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Livingston pushing the ball up. Passes it inside, but stolen by the Falcons. Scott pushing the ball up. Drives all the way down the lane and lays it in.
Scott was not afraid to drive up into Kaimani Knox's personal space.
Full court press by the Falcons, but Livingston able to break it. He'll try to go down the lane, but he'll then bring it back out. Now kicks it out to Beasley, far side wing. Beasley driving far side, and they'll call a foul on Darlington. 36-23 with a minute 43 remaining in the half.
Looks like it'll be... Who's going to be going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1?
I believe it should be Beasley because he had the ball.
It is good. It looks like it is going to be Beasley. Okay. So Beasley, thus far, 0 for 1 from the line. So looking to cut this deficit from 13 to hopefully 11. 1:43 remaining here in the first half.
The first free throw up and good. And he'll have one more to try to cut the deficit down to 11 with a minute 43 left in the half. Chad Beasley also plays on the baseball team, so you'll be hearing a lot more of him later on this season in the spring as we get ever closer to the baseball season. But right now, playing some basketball, and the second one up and good. Hudson passes it near far side wing, and an errant pass as that ball goes out of bounds off of Polk's hands. And it goes back Chiefs' way. Marlowe bringing it over the timeline. Calling out a play, gets a pick by Gorgos. Now passes it over to Gorgos, hands off to Henley. Henley brings it back out. Stutter step, passes it over to Marlowe. Marlowe drives, no good. Rebounded by Gorgos, no good on his attempt as well. Rebounded by Darlington. Passes it inside to a wide. Oh, what a rejection by Marlowe. But the Falcons are able to get the ball back.
Now they're going to slow things down.
Now the Falcons slow it down. Hudson, dribble drive, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Henley.
50 seconds remain in the half.
Beasley with the ball. Stutter step, drive, lay in, good. 42 seconds remaining, 36-27. Chiefs with a slight full court press. Hudson able to break it. Spin move, kicks it out. Stutter step, now kicks it out to Hudson once again. Hudson at the point. Slowing the pace down, looking for one final shot. Lewis with the ball now. Now back over to Hudson. Hudson, a three, no good by DuBose. Rebounded by Beasley. Beasley, stutter step. 10 seconds remaining. Now trying to get one final shot. Marlowe with the ball. Near side wing. Marlowe gets a pick. Passes it over to Beasley. Now back over to Beasley. Three, no good from the far side corner. And that'll end the first half. As it is 36-27 Falcons. As we head to halftime. So we'll take a quick break and come right back with some halftime stats and highlights here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back to Darlington High School as the Darlington Falcons are leading the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs 36-27 at halftime, and we'll run down some quick stats for both teams. So Tyler, take it away.
Okay, Brandon. So for North Myrtle Beach at half, they have 27 points spread out among six scores. So let's run down the list. Javi Marlowe has 8 points, 3 field goals, and 2 of 3 from the foul line. Malik Livingston had a nice and one play, so that's 3 points. That's all the scoring he has. Kaimani Knox has been held silent tonight. That's a very big key why North Myrtle Beach is down at the half. Cam Henley making his first start of the season. He has 2 points. Chad Beasley has been sacrificing his body quite a bit. He has 8 points, 2 of 3 from the foul line. Tyree Smith, who went down hard on his head earlier in the game. Thankfully, he's okay. 3 points total, 1 of 2 from the line. And Cameron Gorgas has 3 points, and he's 1 of 2 from the line. And for Darlington, who has a total of 36 points, Orlando Hudson has 7 points, including the game-opening three-pointer, which is very similar to what we saw with the girls' game, actually, because they also opened the game with a Darlington 3. Perkins, number 4, has 6 points, 2 field goals, and 2 of 2 from the line. Lewis, number 15, has 5 points, 2 field goals, and a foul shot make, 1 of 1 from the line. Williams, number 22, has 9 points total with 3 made field goals and a three-pointer. And Scott has 6 points.
Yeah, I mean, I think there have been 2 big storylines in this game so far. The first has been the fact that Darlington has been putting so much pressure on North Myrtle Beach that they just have not been able to get anything going so far. And the Chiefs are really going to have to figure out a way to break out of that and get some possessions, get something going offensively, and be able to break this trap that Darlington's playing on so effectively.
And you would think this would be easy for the Chiefs, as they have played 3 conference games thus far, and they have faced heavy full-court pressure in all 3 of them at some point in all 3 of the games.
Yeah, but I mean, no matter how many times you do it, no matter how many times you face a full-court press, and not to mention, this is a very long Darlington team. They have 9 players that are longer than 6 foot.
Wow.
So, yeah, you've got Ken Dubose at 6 foot, Daniel Perkins at 6'2", Davion Bowens at 6'4", Samuel at 6 foot, Javoris Wilson at 6'2", Scott at 6'1", Jonah Hamm at 6 foot, and Dominic Gray at 6'3". So, this is a very long Darlington team, and they've been using that length to their advantage. So, that's something that the Chiefs definitely have to work on, being able to figure out a way to negate that size advantage for the Falcons. And then the other big storyline has been that this game for both teams, but especially for the Chiefs, has basically been a headbanger's ball, as they've been going They've been hitting the floor very hard and playing very physically on both sides of the ball.
Well, it reminds me of the old Big East. This always used to happen in the old Big East.
Patrick Ewing going up and, putting his physicality up there.
Well, that's right. So with Darlington, not only are they taller height-wise, but they have weight to them.
Yeah.
I believe Gary, number 33, he weighs 280 pounds.
I have 210 according to Max Prep.
Max Preps had it at 210.
Yeah.
Okay.
Javorius Williams, they have him at 205.
Okay.
So they have two. I mean, but still, especially for high school, and Gary is a junior, and Williams is a senior. But still, for high school, that's still a big body.
Yeah, if you're 6'3" and you weigh north of 200 pounds, you have a college body ready to play college ball, whereas some players on the Chiefs may be, 6'3" and 180, maybe 190. So they're a little thin.
Yeah, I mean, Kaimani Knox is 6'2", 190. So, he doesn't have quite the size that the Falcons do.
Well, he's still been able to hold his own against Darlington's big men.
The one player that does have the size to compete on a physical level with the Falcons, and we've seen him do it, is Gorgas.
Oh, Gorgas at 6'1", 210. I mean, he may be small for a big at the high school level, but he could get up there. He could get you a lot of rebounds. He could box out with execution, and it's going to be very interesting. Both teams are now back on the court for warm-ups. We are a minute 25 away from the start of the second half. Coach Walker has to have come up with something during halftime.
Yeah, so going into the second half, what do the Chiefs need to do to get back into the game? It's a 9-point deficit. It's not insurmountable, but it's at that point where you have to get something going if you don't want this game to get away from you.
Well, one thing you have to do if you're the Chiefs, you have to control the tempo. Darlington has been in total control for most of this game, and even though it's their home court, the Chiefs can get some momentum going. They just need to control the tempo, slow it down, and just run the offense that they've been practicing every day since August.
I think one problem that you have to take into consideration, though, when it comes to the Chiefs is that against lesser competition during non-region play, they've been playing a very up-tempo style, so now they have to reteach themselves that against these higher-level teams that have more length, have more physicality, that you can't play that up-tempo style as much, and you have to be able to figure out a way to break out these full-court presses without overcommitting yourself.
Well, we expected this kind of play once we got into region play. I mean, we were kind of spoiled with non-region play. We were winning. I believe we started out 13-0, I believe.
Yep.
And now we're 15-2, I believe.
Yep.
Still a very solid team. Second half is underway. 15-1, okay. So second half underway here.
Second half underway as a long pass inside. Now kick out. And an errant pass. We're going the other way. Oh, no, excuse me. Oh, yes, we are going the other way.
Maybe that's the momentum shifter needed.
Yeah, great defense by the Chiefs as Beasley gets it into Marlowe. Marlowe coming near side. Stutter step, hands it off. Marlowe passes it out to Beasley. Beasley, stutter step, puts it up, gets it rejected. And a couple of Falcon players almost collided. But Scott able to bring it over the timeline and stolen by the Chiefs. Stutter step. Beasley drives, puts it up and in.
Beasley got that rebound, and he took it coast to coast, and the Chiefs are on the board first here in the second half.
And that's exactly what you want. Good start for the Chiefs as Scott with the ball brings it brings the near side to the wing, gets a pick. Thought about passing it out, but now kicks it out near side wing. Drive, kick out, now passes it over to Hudson, far side wing. Passes it over to Scott. Scott drives down the baseline, and a whistle is blown. They will call traveling on Williams. So we're going the other way. Good defense. Nice job by the Chiefs forcing some turnovers in the early stages of the third quarter.
Well, through this first minute and 10 seconds of the second half, it has looked very well indeed. For North Myrtle Beach.
Marlowe passes it over to Knox, back over Now Gorgos at the point, passes it inside to Beasley, who loses his footing and loses possession of the ball. Driving coast to coast, lay-in no good by Hudson. Rebounded by Darlington, however, and reset. Now bringing it out is Lewis. Lewis hands it off to Scott. Scott, stutter step, now thought about driving, now brings it near side, kicks it out. Now back over to Hudson, who takes a three, no good. Rebounded by North Myrtle Beach. Now Marlowe slowing down the pace, bringing it up the court, driving. Now brings it back out to the near side wing. Passes it over to Beasley, far side wing. Beasley stutter step. Thought about taking a shot. Now brings it back out at the point. Passes it over to Marlowe, near side wing. Marlowe thought about driving. Now brings it back out, calling out a play from the near side wing. Now passes it over to Beasley. Beasley drives, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Darlington. Now Scott brings the ball up, passes it over to Hudson, and he will draw a foul. And they will say it was in the act of shooting, so he will go to the line to shoot two.
Hudson thus far tonight is 4 for 4 from the foul line.
He looks to go 5 of 5 now. 5:24 remaining in the third quarter. The first free throw up, good. That'll extend the lead out to 8, 37-29.
Hudson will shoot his second here.
Second free throw shot up and good.
Perfect 6 of 6 from the line.
Gorgos with the ball, now passes it over to Beasley, near side wing. Now Beasley passes it back over to Gorgos at the point, now back over to Beasley, near side wing. Bringing it far side, Henley. Henley drives, kicks it out, almost lost it, but Beasley put up the shot from the near side corner, no good. Offensive rebound, however, by Knox. Knox passes it inside, lay-in attempt, no good. Tip-in is good.
That's Kaimani Knox with his first bucket of the night.
Nice job by Knox getting back underneath the basket and able to tip the offensive rebound in as Hudson takes a long three, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Chiefs pushing it up, driving. Now Beasley brings it back out. Spin move, thought about driving, now kicks it out to Henley. Henley near side wing, passes it over to Marlowe. Marlowe brings it far side, calling out a play. Now passes it over to Henley, back over to Marlowe. Marlowe, dribble drive, almost lost the ball, passes it over to Beasley, who gets a whistle called. He will draw a foul. So North Myrtle Beach will inbound from the baseline.
4:17 remaining here in the third quarter. The Chiefs have trimmed their deficit to 7, 38-31.
Yeah, North Myrtle Beach doing a much better job on both sides of the ball in the second half so far. Marlowe to inbound from the baseline. He puts it into Knox, who hands it right back off. Marlowe drives, passes it far side, puts up the lay-in attempt, no good. Rebounded and quickly outletted by Darlington, puts up the shot, no good. But Lewis will draw the foul and go to the line to shoot two.
That was an impossible shot to make, and with the foul, or with Vincent colliding into him, Lewis.
He almost made it,
I know.
It
I was
looked
scared
like it was
roll
going to roll
around.
in. The first free throw shot is up and good as Smith checks in for the Chiefs.
So Darlington is a perfect 10 of 10 from the line tonight. They have not missed. So you got to give credit to them. They're doing the basics.
I've said it before. You got to make the freebies, and Darlington has certainly been doing that thus far tonight.
They're called free throws for a reason.
The second one is no good off of front iron. You jinxed them. It was the announcer jinx.
Hey, this time it worked.
Marlowe brings the ball up. He puts up a lay-in attempt, no good. That ball will go out of bounds as Gorgos tried to save it, but to no avail. It will be going Darlington's way.
Gorgos kind of ran into a fan who's
Yeah.
sitting in the courtside seating. Whoa!
That's the risk of sitting courtside. As a nice job by Henley to tip that ball out of bounds. almost collided into us that time. But it will remain Darlington ball. Slight full court press by North Myrtle Beach as Darlington is able to bring it over the timeline. Hudson drives, passes it inside, lay-in attempt, no good. Offensive rebound, lay-in good by Bowens. Or excuse me, that was Lewis. As a steal by North Myrtle Beach, but a block by, or steal by Darlington, but a block by North Myrtle Beach. Darlington able to retain possession, however. Hudson bringing it out, bringing it near side wing. Gets a pick, passes it over, now back over to Davis. Davis with the three, drains it.
Or was that Du Bois?
Yeah, Du Bois with the three ball from the far side wing. Marlowe drives, tried to pass it inside to Gorgoth, and he almost lost it, but is able to retain possession. Now Marlowe with the ball, far side wing, drives, lane attempt, no good, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Marlowe. A tough foul, and Daniel Perkins off of the foul comes up sluggish. Ooh, looks like he
took a shot there.
Took a big shot to his back and to his tailbone. He will come out of the game.
So 44-31, the lead for Darlington is now 13 with 2:42 remaining here in the third. You got to think something has to change soon for North Myrtle Beach.
Hudson with the ball, now passes it over to Du Bois. He will draw a foul. That foul will be on Smith.
That's on Beasley.
Oh, okay, excuse me, that was on Beasley. That's his third, or excuse me, oh, it looked like they put three at first, but then switches to one.
Well, that's 14 fouls for North Myrtle Beach.
Yep. Du Bois to inbound. Passes it over, now hands it back off. Du Bois thought about driving, now kicks out, drives again, puts up a floater, and he drains it. And a whistle is blown. And looks like North, oh no, they'll call
another
a foul
on Beasley.
Wow, that's a tough break.
I think
and now this lead is starting to get extended.
15, and I think that foul on Beasley, or that foul called on Beasley, had a bit of frustration on it.
This has been a 7-0 run for Darlington, and now they extend it to a 9-0 run as the lay-in right there goes in. It's 48-31. Vincent thought about taking it, now kicks it out. Drive by Gorgoth, lay-in good.
Under 2 minutes now in the third.
Hudson bringing the ball up. And a whistle is blown. And looks like North, not sure what they're calling actually.
Is that a timeout?
The players aren't coming off the court though. So it doesn't look like it's a timeout.
Don't tell me it was another technical.
No.
It looks like it isn't.
No. I think it was a foul. It was a foul away from the ball on North Myrtle Beach, I think.
Or maybe there was a miscommunication with the scorers table.
Perhaps.
We don't know. We're far away, yeah.
We're a little further away tonight. We're at the corner of the court. As Hudson brings the ball up over the timeline. Almost lost it on a stutter step. Now brings it, drives it far side, down the court, passes it inside, and a nice shot by Perkins.
Du Bois,
excuse me, as a hard foul. Oh, hard foul is called, and that will send Knox to the line. He will shoot two. 50-33 with a minute 27 remaining in the third quarter.
Darlington has definitely scored more points at a higher pace than we've seen all season against the Chiefs.
First free throw by Knox is off the back iron and out. Yeah, Darlington almost up to their season average as the second one up. Also no good. Offensive rebound, however, by Marlowe. Vincent with a long-range three from another area code. That would have been an NCAA three, and he drains it.
That's the first three of the night for North Myrtle Beach.
He shot that all the way back in the 8-4-3 land. And a steal attempt. Darlington able to get the ball back. Almost thought about playing a shot. Now a pass inside, rejected. Nice job by the Chiefs on defense. Stop and pop, no good. Rebounded by Darlington again, however. That ball went out of bounds. And they will say it went off of North Myrtle Beach. So it will remain Darlington ball. 47.5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 50-36, like I was saying, Darlington averaging 61.1 points per game, so they're almost up to their season average already with a quarter left to go as a tough attempt as that ball goes out of bounds. Tough attempt on the shot. Nice defense by the Chiefs once more, and it looks like we're going the other way. Looks like it will be Chiefs ball.
Well, Darlington, even though they're up by 14, they're still in a full court press here.
Yeah, playing till the final whistle, as it's only a slight full court press. North Myrtle Beach able to get it over the timeline. Marlowe with the ball, passes it over, now back over to Knox, now back over to Livingston, now back over to Marlowe. Marlowe puts up a shot, gets it rejected, and nice job by Knox getting the rebound. Now Smith puts it up and in off of the offensive rebound and tip in. And North Myrtle Beach calls a timeout. 16.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 50-38.
Well, you're down by 12 here. As you said, 16.4 seconds remaining. You have to think Darlington has been rushing up court, taking a shot very, very early. There is no shot clock, so they could take their time.
Yeah.
But they're keeping momentum on their side. If you're Coach Walker and the Chiefs, you have to make sure that if Darlington misses, you got to get your players up court fast because you want to go into the last quarter with a deficit that's only in single digits. And at least you would feel a lot better.
Absolutely, as it's a 12-point deficit right now for North Myrtle.
Looks like the Chiefs are going to be in a little bit of a full court press.
A very slight full court press. Not really much pressure by Henley. As they do double team, Darlington able to get out of it. Hudson driving far side. He will draw a foul. And that will be the sixth foul on North Myrtle Beach, and a technical foul, I think, was just called again.
Is that going to be on Darlington's coach?
No, it's on North Myrtle Beach.
It is going to be on North Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Isn't it with two technicals you get ejected?
Unless one wasn't called on Coach Walker.
That is true. It could be called on one of the assistants.
Or on the bench. As the refs are converging and talking this out. We'll see what the official call is in just a second. With 4.6 seconds remaining in the third quarter, as Hudson is at the line to shoot the technicals.
He's 6 of 6 so far, so he's the guy they want at the line.
As the
This was the last thing you wanted.
Yeah,
if you're the
no,
Chiefs.
absolutely. As the first free throw up, no good. So a fortuitous break for the Chiefs.
And believe me, it was needed.
But like you said, now the Falcons have the ball as the second one up and good. So that'll extend the lead out to 13. Now the Falcons have the ball, and they have an opportunity to extend this lead out even further instead of the Chiefs potentially going into the locker room with a single-digit deficit. Now it could be as much as 15 or 16. Inbound. And a whistle is blown immediately after the inbound.
Is that a foul on?
I believe
North
that's
Myrtle Beach?
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's number 7.
And that'll send
Darlington did a bonus.
Yep.
So it's going to be Bowens going to the foul line for the first time tonight.
Davion Bowens, a 65% free throw shooter. As the first one up, no good. But an offensive rebound put up, no good, and that'll end the third quarter. And a very unfortunate series of events for the Chiefs to end that third quarter, and they will go into the final quarter down by 13, 51-38. And they really got to get their composure if they want to get it back into this one.
Well, I've seen comebacks before, but the odds are against the Chiefs at this point. I'm not saying it can't happen, but time is against you, and Darlington will be in a bonus for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so it's going to be very tricky for the Chiefs, and Ryan Walker, I'm sure, is not happy at all.
And this is a Darlington team that's 12 of 13 from the line tonight. So you don't want to put anyone on their team at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Even though
I mean, they do have some free throw shooters that aren't the greatest. Like Keenan Dubose is at 33%. Kyrese Polk, 40%. Daniel Perkins, 44%. Jalen Samuel has not made a free throw this season so far. But outside of that, you're absolutely right. Everyone else is over 500 from the line.
Well, it's the three in Hudson, Perkins, and Lewis that have gone to the line tonight that have accumulated for those foul shot totals.
Livingston with the ball to start off the fourth quarter. Now Smith thought about driving, kicks it out. Long two, no good. Rebounded by Darlington, and a foul is called. And they will call an offensive foul. Or no, excuse me, never mind.
Yeah, defensive foul.
Looked like, I thought they were going to call a offensive foul at first with the way the crowd was reacting, but it is defensive, so Davion Bowens will go to the line to shoot two. Well, he went all the way down the court and almost put that one in, but drew the foul in the process.
Well, the scoreboard just updated. That's now 4 fouls on Chad Beasley.
So that's a huge roadblock for the Chiefs, as Beasley has been playing pretty well today, and now with 4 on him, he's going to have to be very careful on the defensive end.
I believe Beasley's the leading scorer with 10, according to my stats. So you can't afford to lose a guy like Beasley, and that's now 9 team fouls on North Myrtle Beach. So we're only 18 seconds into this into this final quarter, and Darlington's 1 foul away. North Myrtle Beach is 1 foul away from sending Darlington into the double bonus for the rest of the way.
And this crowd is getting loud now, seeing Darlington extend their lead. 51-38 with 7:42 remaining in the game.
Looks like the refs are congregating, and Coach Walker is having a discussion with them. We don't know what's going on, though.
We can't even really see what's going on because the Chiefs players are in front of us. But we will update you when we figure out what's going on.
Well, Darlington at home this season is 5-2, and North Myrtle Beach is 6-0, and they're in jeopardy of losing their first road game, their true road game on the season.
Yep. Yeah, Darlington trying to get to 2-2 in region play, up to 14-5. We'll go around the region real quick while we've got a moment. Marlborough County leading at 3-0, 13-5 overall. Their game tonight is against Myrtle Beach. North Myrtle Beach at 2-1, 15-1 overall. Myrtle Beach 10-4 overall, 2-1 in region play. Their last game was a 54-52 loss to Wilson. As the first free throw up and good. Looked like, I think they might have called a technical again because the players are on the half-court line instead of around the paint. Second free throw up, good. For Bowens.
Well, if it's not on Coach Walker, it has to be on the bench.
Yeah.
Because if it was on Coach Walker, and if we believe that's his second,
you would think he would be ejected.
Though Bowens is taking 3 foul shots.
Yeah, so there had to have been some sort of technical. Because he's taking another one.
Oh, maybe it was a technical on top of a shooting foul.
Yeah.
That
well,
has
because
to be
he
it.
did get fouled before the timeout.
Right.
As the fourth free throw is good. So he goes 3 of 4 from the line, 54-38 with 7:42 remaining in the game.
A 16-point deficit.
This is going to be a very tough hill to climb for the Chiefs.
And Darlington has the ball.
Darlington 13-5, 1-2 in region play as Hudson brings the ball, now passes it inside, now kicks it out. 3, no good off front iron, rebounded by the Chiefs, but a foul is called.
Oh, rebound by Darlington, and they're going to call a travel
Oh,
on
wow,
them.
okay.
So the Chiefs will get the ball here. 7:27 remaining here in the game.
The Chiefs trying to cut this deficit down from 16. Wilson is 7-11, 1-2 in region play. Their next game is at Hartsville tonight, and Hartsville 5-11, 0-3 in region play. So the Chiefs really need this win to stay over 500 in region play. They will drop to 2-2 if they lose this one as a whistle is blown. That foul is on Darlington, so North Myrtle Beach will inbound from the sideline. They get it out to Livingston. Livingston bringing it near side off of a Henley pick. Now passes it over to Duchette, who comes in. A 3 attempt by Vincent is no good. And a tough scramble for the ball off of the rebound. Gets tipped out of bounds. It will be, oh no, they'll call a foul. They will call a foul on Darlington, so it will remain Chiefs ball.
You would think that'd be a shooting foul, and Tyree Smith would be going to the line, but interesting set of circumstances.
As Livingston gets fouled, so he will go to the line to shoot too.
Livingston has 3 points thus far tonight. As I said earlier, he converted at and 1 back in the first half.
6:59 remaining in the game. 54-38. The first of his 2 free throws, no good off back iron.
Once again, you have to make the easy ones.
Gotta make the freebies. See if Livingston can make his second. He cannot, again off back iron, but that ball is tipped, but it is recovered by Hudson. And looked like he was gonna try to drive, now he brings it back out. Hands it off, now passes it back over, now back over to Hudson. He passes it inside, and a lay-in is good by, I believe that was, it was
Scott
Williams, I believe, number 22. Now Livingston with the ball, he brings it far side, thought about passing it, now tries to put up a shot, but our plug got it's back in. Our plug got unplugged on that tip because Livingston tried to pass it inside to Smith, but it was an errant pass and it went over by us, and then in Smith's attempt to recover the ball before it went out of bounds, he unplugged our cord. So an interesting series of events as Darlington has the ball once again. Hudson puts it up and in.
Now
Or
it's,
excuse me, that was Dubose who put that up and in.
It was Hudson.
Okay.
So now it's an even 20-point deficit for the Chiefs, and you have to think that time's starting to run out on this one.
Yeah, time's certainly starting to run out with just over 6 minutes remaining in the game. And Darlington got the ball right back. Another turnover for the Chiefs, but the Chiefs are able to get a turnover. A nice pass up the court to a wide open Malik Livingston, and he lays up the easy bucket. And it's now a 58-40 ball game. Now pass it over to Hudson. Now back over to Williams. Williams near side, now passes it inside. Laying attempt is good by Perkins, and they will call a foul as well. Or no,
a timeout.
Excuse me, timeout was called. So 5.5 minutes remaining in the game. 60-40, 20-point deficit.
Well, time is short in this one.
So a 9-2 run for Darlington since the end of the third quarter. And Darlington just continues to extend their lead.
And believe me, that was the last thing you need. Oh, it's okay. So the Chiefs are in a timeout here. Coach Walker crouched down in the huddle, drawing something up, trying to reduce this deficit while there still is time. They still have a chance, Brandon.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it's slim.
It ain't over till it's over, but you really have to get something going within these next 30 seconds, I would say, if you want any chance of tying this game up.
Well, with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining and your leading scorer in Chad Beasley on the bench, those chances are going to run out very quick.
Livingston to bring the ball up. He brings it over the timeline, passes it over to Gorgas. Gorgas over to Henley, now back over to Livingston. Livingston over to Vincent. Vincent at the point, now passes it over far side to Gorgas. Now back over to Livingston. Livingston bringing it far side off of a pick. Now passes over to Vincent, now back over to Duchette. Duchette now back over to Livingston. Livingston at the point. Bringing it far side, now passes it over to Duchette. Duchette at the point, passes it over to Farmer. Farmer over to Livingston. Livingston far side corner, three, no good. Rebounded. Oh, nice rebound by Farmer, getting the ball back. Vincent, stutter step three, drains it. 60-43 with 4.5 minutes. But
Steal.
They took way too much time. But a nice steal by Malik Livingston, and he lays it in. Now the deficit is 15.
This is exactly what the Chiefs needed coming out of the timeout.
4.5 minutes remaining. Hudson with the ball far side. He thought about driving, now kicks it back out. Now I think Darlington is going to try to slow the tempo down to try to bring this game to an end, as the layup no good. Rebounded by North Myrtle Beach. Vincent stops and pops, no good. Almost rebounded by Gorgas, but it is tipped out of bounds. They will say it went off Gorgas, so it will be Darlington ball.
Well, 4:01 remaining in this one. The Chiefs have trimmed the deficit from 20 to 15, making it likelier that they can come back, but time is against them.
As Traquan Scott comes back into the game. Hudson almost lost the ball, but is able to give it off to Dubose. Now back over to Hudson. Hudson far side wing, now brings it over near side to the point. Almost lost it, but Perkins able to recover. Now bringing it far side is Scott. Scott bringing it near side now. Drives down the baseline, puts up a flare, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Now Vincent pushing the tempo. Kicks it out. Three! No good. Rebounded, however, by
Duchette.
And he will put it up and in.
And now
a timeout is called by the Chiefs.
And they're energized now. It's now a 13-point game.
With 3:18 remaining, this game is still within reach for the Chiefs if they continue the way they've played for the last minute and a half.
Well, the Chiefs have caught fire, but the thing is, can it be at the right time? I surely hope so.
It has to be if they have any chance of getting back into this game.
Well, the Chiefs, it seemed like a minute and a half ago, their confidence was gone. They just didn't have the fight left in them. And coming out of the timeout around the 5:30 mark, the Chiefs have just come out firing, like they're Darlington.
Yeah.
Like they're Darlington.
And that's exactly how you need to play.
So the Chiefs have a chance, although a small one, but still, it's a chance.
Yes, it definitely is a chance. You have to have that belief that you can come back in this game, and I think the Chiefs do have that. So Darlington will inbound, Scott will inbound, and the Chiefs look like they're going to play a slight full court press, not a full court press, but they will back off as Hudson crosses it over the half-court line. Passes it over. Thought about handing it off. Now does. Almost lost it, but Perkins is able to recover. Now hands it back off to Hudson. Hudson stutter steps. Now drives far side. Drives down the baseline. Puts it up and under. No good. Rebounded by Duchette. Now Livingston pushing it. Puts it inside. Gorgas draws a foul.
It looks like it was on a push-off.
And Gorgas draws that foul. That's the 6th team foul for the Falcons. Farmer to inbound from the baseline. Passes it far side and stolen by Darlington. Coast to coast goes Darlington. And they put it in. Livingston with the ball now. Passes it over far side to Vincent. Vincent inside to Gorgas, who a charge is called. Hudson draws the charge by Gorgas, and we're going the other way. 2.5 minutes remaining in the game, and it looked like the Chiefs might have the opportunity of getting back in this one, but at this point, looks like it's just about wrapped up here.
Well, they can't afford to make mistakes like charging in or turning the ball over on inbounds plays on your own baseline.
Scott with the ball, backing down Vincent, bringing the ball across the timeline, and a whistle is blown.
And we're going the other way.
And okay, nice job by the Chiefs, forcing the turnover.
Well, they refuse to quit.
Nope, and that's how you need to play, no matter how far you're down. That's what coaches and analysts always say. The best teams, no matter what the score is, play until the final buzzer.
That's exactly right. And if you're the Chiefs at this point, the chances of winning are marginal. You just want to play mistake-free basketball and make this game, make the score closer.
15-point deficit, just over 2 minutes remaining. Livingston brings it over to the timeline. Brings it far side, takes a long three, and he drains it. Malik Livingston just says, I'm doing this myself. I'll take the three. And he drains it. Quick, fast break opportunity for Darlington. Attempt no good. Rebounded by Darlington, however, and they'll bring it back out. And that ball goes out of bounds, and it will remain Darlington ball. That was tipped by North Myrtle Beach.
Well,
Minute 51 remaining.
Who would have thought it'd be Malik Livingston having the night he has?
Yeah.
Let's count him up. 7, 8. He's now has 11 points.
As a timeout was called by, I'm not sure which team, but a timeout was called nonetheless. Coach Walker drawing up a play for his squad. 60-52 with a minute 51 remaining in the fourth.
Well, the Chiefs still have a fighter's chance.
Yes, they do.
They're still going to play hard. They're not going to lie down and accept defeat. But
absolutely not. And I don't know if that's accurate on the scoreboard, But if it is, that means Traquan Scott has fouled out. I don't think that's correct, though.
Nah, they would have announced it.
Yeah.
They never announced it over the loudspeaker. Well, Malik Livingston having himself a night. 11 points. That leads the Chiefs.
Not to mention that clutch 3.
They needed
right
it.
There.
They definitely needed it.
And he was even guarded. He just said, screw it, I'm just going to take it.
Malik may be 5'5", but he's not afraid to shoot it over a guy who's 6'7" inches taller.
Hudson bringing it far side, bringing it over the timeline. Gets a double team, is able to get it out to Perkins. Perkins passes it inside, and a nice lay-in by Dubose, putting it up and in, and that'll extend the lead out to 14. Chiefs passes it. Livingston passes it inside to Duchette for the easy lay-in. Nice give and go right there. As some pressure defense, and oh wow, nice pressure defense by Henley, and he forces the turnover.
That's very interesting. It seems like Henley bumped into Hudson.
Livingston with another 3, no good. Rebounded by Darlington. Now Hudson pushing it up. Almost lost the ball, but now he'll bring it out. A minute to go in the ball game.
And they're going to have to foul.
This is just about over as a foul is finally called. Vincent fouls Hudson. Oh, no, excuse me, a timeout was called. A minute exactly left in the game, 64-52.
Well, the Falcons had no choice but to call timeout. Orlando Hudson was dribbling around, and there were 3 Chiefs just going after him. You know, they need to foul him. But the thing is he the guy you want to send to the line? He's 7 of 8
well,
tonight.
Well, exactly. That's the thing. I think they were trying to pressure him into passing the ball off.
And he wasn't going to.
So they could foul someone else, and he just wasn't having any of it.
I'd like to say both teams are in the bonus. The Falcons are in the double bonus. Chiefs in the single bonus with 1 minute remaining here.
As they get it out, Hudson bringing it across the timeline, and looks like the Chiefs might just run this one out at this point. As they pass it, now back over to Hudson, and errant pass. Almost
steal by Farmer.
Nice steal by Farmer. He pushes it up. Duchette lost the handle and stolen. Duchette tried to come from behind and steal it. And that ball goes out of bounds. It will be it was
Chiefs
an errant
ball.
pass, so it will be Chiefs ball. Henley to inbound. Livingston with the ball, far side wing. Driving far side, now near side. Thought about taking a shot, now hands it off to Vincent. Vincent thought about driving, now passes it back out. 3,
Yes!
bucket! Malik Livingston with the 3-pointer, and a timeout is called by North Myrtle Beach. 9-point game, still a fighter's chance. 23.2 seconds remaining, but you really need to start fouling at this point and continue giving it to the hot hand that is Malik Livingston.
Well, it took a while for Malik Livingston to get going. He got very little playing time in non-region, only scored 2, 4, maybe at best 6 points a game. He's come out here off the bench with 14 tonight.
He had a pretty good game, however, against, I think it was either the Socastee or Myrtle Beach game.
He did. He really did.
He had a pretty good game. So he's certainly a guy that when he gets hot, he is hot.
Oh, definitely.
And right now
definitely.
it looks like he is getting hot. And they just got to go to that guy. That's one thing you always talk about in basketball is going to the hot hand. And right now, Malik Livingston is that guy.
And remember, Livingston did not play at Wilson last week, actually. So maybe that was a wake-up call for him to be more of a team leader. He is a senior after all.
Malik Livingston showing his worth tonight so far as North Myrtle Beach will bring on the full court press. Henley to pressure the inbounder. He gets it out, and a foul immediately by Farmer. And that will send Bowens to the line to shoot 1+1.
And he's 3 of 4 from the line.
Or excuse me, no, it will be 1+1. Oh no, it will be 2. Excuse me.
Yeah, 2.
Sorry.
Okay. So you have to think Darlington's just going to sink their foul shots and come out on top here tonight with the win.
Bowens is only a 65% free throw shooter, so
that is true.
There is a potential of him missing. First one up and good. 65-55, 10-point ball game with 22.3 seconds remaining.
The Chiefs will probably have one more possession here.
Second free throw up, good. 11-point game. Livingston bringing the ball up, tried to pass it almost all the way down the court. Vincent with the 3, no good. Rebounded, however, by Farmer, who puts it straight up and drains it from the elbow. And a foul is called.
And that's going to send Hudson to the line.
6.2 seconds remaining in the game. Orlando Hudson to the line. He's a 71% free throw shooter.
And the Chiefs, all you can do right now is just heave one up and pray for a miracle.
Shot good. 67-57.
Hudson's 8 of 9 from the foul line tonight. Wow.
He's been good at the free throw line, and that makes it 9 of 10. Vincent, stop and pop, 3, no good off front iron. Farmer gets the rebound, and that'll do it as he puts up a heave at the end. That'll do it. Final score here from Darlington, 68-57. North Myrtle Beach falls to the Darlington Falcons.
In the doubleheader tonight, too.
Yeah, and tough night for the Chiefs as they go 0-2 here in Darlington. So they come out an hour and 45 minutes and come up short both sides. Tough road back to Little River tonight. Let's run down the stats real quick and then we'll sign off.
Why not? So TJ Farmer had 1 bucket right at the end with his only 2 points. Elijah Vereen had no points. Travis Collins, injured, obviously, did not play. Javi Marlowe had 8 points, 2 of 3 from the foul line. Malik Livingston, the surprising performance from the 5'5 senior guard, led the team with 14. Great job by Livingston tonight. Kaimani Knox had 1 bucket, 2 points. Same for Cam Henley. Duchette had 2 buckets for 4 points. Chad Beasley, he got into foul trouble, really didn't play in the 4th quarter. He had 10 points. Tyree Smith had 5 points. Rogan Vincent had 2 3-pointers, which accumulated for 6 points, his only points. Luke Rice didn't play, and Cameron Gord-Goss had 5 points. You want to hear for Darlington?
Yeah, might as well.
Why not? So Darlington for Du Bois, he had 5, 1 field goal and 1 3-pointer. Orlando Hudson, the freshman, had 1 field goal, 1 3-pointer, and was 9 of 10 from the foul line. So he had 14 points tonight against the Chiefs. So once again, like we saw with Jordan Berger, with, I forget her name, number 0 for the girls team.
McQueen.
No, McQueen's for Wilson.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Okay.
Anyways, the scoring was kind of canceled out with Livingston and Hudson. Polk didn't score. Davis didn't score. Perkins had 6 points, 2 of 2 from the foul line and 2 field goals. Bowens had 1 field goal and was 5 of 6 from the foul line, so that's 7 points. Samuel didn't see the floor. Lewis had 14 points, 2 or 3 from the foul line and 6 field goals. Williams had 8 points, 4 or 4. Scott had 6 points and had a 3. Actually, Williams had a 3 as well. And if that's right, then that adds up to 68 points for Darlington. Pretty impressive offensive showing from them on their home court tonight.
Yeah, a very impressive showing for Darlington. They extend out to 14-5. They move up to 2-2 in region play. North Myrtle Beach falls to 15-2, 2-2 in region play. So that'll just about wrap it up for us here from Darlington. Make sure to tune in on Friday when the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs go back home and face off against Marlborough County at North Myrtle Beach High School. Coverage will begin at 6:15 with the pregame show for the girls game, followed by the girls game and then the boys game. So that'll just about wrap it up for us here. For Tyler Kerp, I'm Brandon Bisping saying so long, and we'll talk to you guys on Friday. So long, everyone.